Before I start, I would like to thank @lol for the suggestion and to everyone in the comment section for loving Monster Galaxy so much. And because of it, I made this video discussing the mobile adaptation of the game. Hello friends and viewers, this is Ghost and Show here to discuss the mobile game Monster Galaxy, the Zodiac Islands. By the way, this is going to be a long video, so get out your snacks and drinks and enjoy the show. At the start of the game, you get to choose your character. Then if you have the money, you get to choose or buy your starter Moga. But the default Moga you get is Corgito, which I named Gems. In the mainland, you live in the family farm with your parents and you dream of joining the army and taming wild Mogas. And your parents support you with your decision. Then you and your parents head to the outpost so you can enlist, and on the way you encounter Momogas to catch as well as a Leviathan in the mainland. You finally reach the outpost, but the start called Probus rejects you in joining the army because you are a peasant. Fuck the aristocrats! And tries to take your Mogas as well as your star seeds, but you fight back and win. And because of that, you are now branded as a criminal, a rebel, a scum of the empire. Probus sentences you to jail, but you tell your parents about the situation, and since they are supportive of you, they steal a boat and let you go to Aries Island to meet the Mogu Guru. Once you are on the island, you meet a strange hooded man named Boomstar, who gives you a quest to get him a pebble, which he later eats. Bruh. He then tells you where to find Real Rick, who aids you throughout your journey, giving you quests as well as tips. Then, after reaching the end of Aries Island, you go to the next, the treacherous Taurus Island. Once on the island, you meet Hungry Bill. He asks you for a shiny beetle, which he eats, and then he repays you with money. He also warns you of the island's guardian, a terrifying minotaur who eats people. But you are the protagonist, and you beat the minotaur, and after that, the minotaur stops eating people, which was the only thing that made him happy. But of course, he and Hungry Bill became friends. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Next is Gemini Island, where you come face with Ceci and beat her, but she warns you of her other sister, Polly, who yields more powerful Mogas. But for the next few encounters, you come face to face with Ceci again, impersonating as her sister. But then you meet Polly for real, and you beat her as well. The fate of Gemini Island is under the rule of King Otto. Without the army, the wild Mogas are constantly attacking the farmers of the island. But at what cost? By the end of the island, we meet Probus again, and of course, he is a tart. And after defeating Probus, you liberate the people of Gemini Island as well as tame the wild Mogas. But Polly warns you that in the next island is filled with cannibalistic fish people. Ah! We have finally reached Cancer Island, and we meet one of the horrible cannibal fish people, Robson. Robson is just misunderstood. He tries his best to misdirect you and lead you to your death, but with good intention. He just leads people to the holes that have spiders with it. But because of that, people assume it was the fish people that eat humans, when in fact, it was the spiders. The dreadful orbs had taken over the island, and who is responsible? Otto, of course. He released the spiders to Cancer Island, and with you capturing and defeating the orbs, you have liberated the island. Next, of course, is the dangerous forest of Leo Island, where you meet a female recruit called Nora. You bested her with your Mogas, and have somewhat bond, aiding and challenging each other. She is just like Probus, cocky, but Nora sees your potential and questions why you are not in the army. Then, by the end of the island, we meet Probus again, but with steroids. Nora gets sent to the headquarters to get re-educated. In the Virgo Island, we get to meet Nora again, but she has been re-educated. She says, "You are nothing compared to King Otto." We just encounter Nora again and again throughout the whole island, but by the end of it, Real Rick needs to go back to the mainland. The folks were being harassed by King Otto's thugs. Next is the Libra Island, where we encounter High Horse. He asks you for your passport for visiting the island, but you don't have one, and it was a breach of protocol. High Horse had mentioned before the judge as well as the island's history. The judge was the rightful ruler of the island, but became paralyzed when King Otto took the crown, and instead of the needed medical attention, they just locked him up. It was your unexpected visit that got the attention of the crown, and here you meet Otto. He tells you of his origin story, that his parents were peasants as well, and it made his way to the top to make the nobles bow to him. And the reason he doesn't let you join the army is that you are a wild card. Otto needs an army that he knows he can't control. You defeat Otto, but not at his full power. He tells you to meet him at Ophiuchus for a real battle. After that, you journey to Scorpio Island, where you encounter Davy. Nothing interesting happens here that much. Next is Sagittarius Island, where we encounter Nessus, the centaur. The island is not controlled by Otto or his army. The centaur tribe serves no ruler, and the island's natural danger is too much to handle. But somehow you strive and move on to Capricorn Island, where we meet Seagoat. He wants to fight you with real mogas. That is why we were given a task to catch a scene wolf. Seagoat is a fighter. He often punched Otto in the gut, and that is what led him to get kicked out of the palace and be stationed here at the island. He was actually the admiral of King Otto's fleet and pillaged the coastal town far and wide for the glory of Otto. And when people saw his ship, they say it was Seagoat's because it stated in his birth certificate. Seagoat requests that once you defeat Otto, he gets to stay on the island so he could continue fighting on. Once you land on Aries Island, you meet Otto again. He insults you for the encounter and introduces Ganymedes. He then fights you but gets defeated, and in every encounter and defeat, he gets pecked by the bird. It is the order of Otto. Then you meet Probus by the end of the island, and he is given more powerful moguls. But of course, you defeat him. We then land at Pisces Island, where we meet Lucille, the once virgin queen that reigned in the Virgo Island. She was taken by Otto to be his wife. She didn't want to live in Ophiuchus, and that is why she resides to the island next to it. At first, she is hostile towards you, but as you journey on, she aids you throughout the whole island. And by the end of it, you face again with Nora. She sees your true potential and joins you for the final island. In the final fortress of Ophiuchus, you face against Otto's subordinates, Davy, High Horse, Nora, Probus, and Seagoat. But after defeating them all, you come face to face with Otto's best moguls, Horus, Worm, and Dracos. You finally defeated Otto and you restore balance to the Zodiac Islands. You head back to the mainland to help your parents fend off the farmland where everyone is safe and happy. And in the wise words of a great Moga theme. In conclusion, boom shakalaka laka, I win.
Boom skakalaka laka, I win.
Bruh.
And that is the plot for Monster Galaxy, the Zodiac Island. Do hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more of my content, the link to my other social medias are in the description. Thank you for watching. Until the next video.